Okay, so it's been very clear into this game towards the end of the first quarter and going into the second quarter. Within about the first 2 or 3 minutes into the second quarter, it's been very clear that the momentum swing, the momentum shift has happened, right? Which is basically when the algorithm decides to side with one team over the other and kind of sort of shut down the other team, right? Because you notice that because everything seems to start going wrong for your team. Now, right here, I want to drive, and we haven't scored, man, in like 5 or 6 possessions. Everything is just going bad. We're not getting to the free throw or nothing. We getting our ass whooped, getting beat up, going to the paint. We can't even get to the line. But right here, I want to drive, and what's going to happen is that I'm going to be forced into this awkward layup animation that's going to lead to me going into the computer to get my shot blocked. So watch this. Pay attention to the jerk, right? It's an animation trigger. Watch this. So going, I go for the layup, boom. Do you see that? Let's zoom in. Matter of fact, let's look at it from another angle. Let's look at it from right here. It's like it's a slight moment where I'm forced to jerk right and to go lay up into the defense. Boom. Right? Boom. And I get my shot blocked. You see what I'm getting at right here. All right. They have multiple ways. Look at how it's like a force field that shifts me over into the defense. This is the type of nonsense right here that I'm always talking about with 2K. And how they have very skilledly, if that's even a word, and they've been very crafty at using these animation triggers and these different predetermined, pre-programmed outcomes, uh, all sorts of tactics and gimmicks that they use in this game to once again cheat the user. This right here is an example of 2K cheating, right? Cheating to aid computer at holding defense because computer cannot win, right? So we've been destroying them all throughout the first quarter up until about the end of the first quarter. All of a sudden they went on this fantastic run, and now in the beginning of the second quarter, within about the first 2 or 3 minutes, I don't think we've scored since this quarter has started, if I'm not mistaken. We probably scored once or twice. All right. But they've been able to just get a bucket every time, and even if they are defended, they get a foul and they go to the line. Because what? The momentum swing, the momentum shift has shifted into the favor of the computer. How does that happen? That's what's programmed within the AI or within the algorithm. All right. It can lean one direction or another, and sometimes it will completely lean in one direction. You can tell because it's like nothing that you're doing is going right. It's like you cannot move correctly. You cannot run correctly. Your players start slowing down. You're going into extra over exaggerated animations that are unnecessary. You're just losing the ball for no reason. Like I showed in one of the previous videos where I just turned around and lost the ball for nothing. Right? That was this same game. Different day, but same game because I saved it and exited, had to go to work or whatever. But so some of these games they may seem to be stringing out over the course of days because I'm playing them, day after day because I don't finish them all in just one take. So yeah, and this is what occurs. Look at it in regular speed from this angle, which is the angle you would usually, at least I usually play from. All right, driving, boom. Look at it from right here, boom. Do you see the switch all the way right? It's like a hard jerk, and then I go right into a nonsensical layup. Who lays the ball up like this from all the way back here? Who does this with defense right there? Right? Like who really does this? That that was them forcing me into putting the ball into computer face so that they could block it. Nobody lays the ball up like this. With the court open right here, and I got a driver like my guy is, he's not going to close in time enough. And plus, either way, I'm smashing on anybody. It's too open right here, right? But the algorithm, once again, it understands that. Like I said, it's programmed to understand all of the basketball scenarios, the potential outcomes, and it's programmed to understand how to react to them in order to cheat the user, right? In a way that seems more subtle. Sometimes it's not so subtle. Sometimes it's very obvious. Sometimes it's very blatant. This right here is probably it ain't so subtle, right? But a lot of people wouldn't even question what just happened right here. That's incredible. That makes no sense. Look at how far back he's laying the ball up from. Who actually does this? Not only that, but you jerk all the way right when you got a clear path in front of you. Right? Look at the feet. I'm sliding to the right. I'm not even running that direction. That's that's to let you know what. That was a trigger and a predetermined outcome. I was forced into this. Because what? The AI, the algorithm does not want me to score this point. All right? No matter how well you're playing, if they decide they just want to arbitrarily jerk you out of a bucket and fuck you over, they're going to do it to you. Right? Anyway, peace.